because our music isn't working live from Washington temporarily, the TARDIS in Florida, the Thunder down under, and the Bunny Pen in Ottawa, Canada. It's Got Mead Live, who is without music this week because the music was running and now it's not. I don't know why, and I don't have time to mess with it. So welcome to the show, and we're just going to go ahead and get things going here. Our guest tonight, and this is, by the way, our last show of 2016. We take December off because holidays. And that's all you need to know. Hey, we do this every week all year long. We need a break. But our guest tonight is Bob Slanz. He is a New York beekeeper who I met by way of Sergio from Melovino, and they're friends. And Bob is also a mead maker. He is a home mead maker. So this guy is not in any way professional. He just loves to beekeep and collect the honey thereof and turn it into delicious alcoholic beverages. So we should have a lot of fun with this, and I think we're going to do more of that. So any of you listeners out there, if you think that you've got a fun backstory or neat recipes or just something you'd like to share with the greater mead community, email me at gotmead@gotmead.com, and we're going to try to do more home mead makers / people interested in things relating to mead. That includes beekeeping, honey processing, what have you. So, drop me an email and let's talk and let's see what we can put together, because I'd love to have some of you guys on the show. And David, if you're listening, I'm probably going to drag you in, so just be warned. So, what are we drinking tonight, AJ?
I am still working on that one bottle of Chateau Chevette maple mead of unspecified age. This is why I need to label everything as soon as I bottle it. There was a slight crackle in my headset when you said that, and it sounded like you said nipple mead, and I was going to go, what? I haven't gone that far. I have chucked the odd car part in, but no, I haven't made nipple mead yet.
No, okay. No,
maybe
car,
later.
Okay, car parts are okay, though.
I run it through the dishwasher first.
Well, there you go.
That reminds me of one time we were making bacon, but that's another story.
Well, I cracked open. I went rootling through the box that David Webb sent me and pulled out a bottle of sweet sourwood mead, and it's a lovely sourwood traditional. It's on the dry side of sweet, so it's not 100% sweet, which is good, and too sweet is too sweet, but it's just got lots of wonderful flavors, this beautiful sort of reddish gold color, depending on the light you're looking at it in, and yeah, nice. I like it. It's you can definitely tell it's sourwood, and I see that the fruit flies have already discovered it. Somebody was having an unauthorized drink here, but it's I like it. It's really nice. Thanks, David. This one's good too, and I'm going to start the hunt to collect Washington meads for you and send you that box full back soon. So we'll definitely put something together on that. We are doing something a little bit different tonight. We are doing a live Skype chat for any listeners out there that want to join in. It occurred to me that not everybody is totally into the whole Twitter thing, and for that matter, I'm not on Twitter as often as I probably ought to be. So we set up a Skype link. So if you go to the show page on gotmead.com and you go to today's show update, you'll find a link to come to Skype, and it is, and I'm going to say it here, but you may want to go to the show page and just click on it. It's join.skype.com/S capital S capital O GO capital U 0 6 H C as in cat V capital V as in Victor 7 S as in Sam. So yeah, so you want to go to the show page and click on that because you probably won't be able to get that one. But it's also on the Got Mead Facebook page, on the Got Mead Facebook group, on the Got Mead patron group, in the American Mead Makers Association group, in the Australian Mead Makers group, and in several other mead groups on Facebook, and you can just click the link straight from there, and you can join us in the chat on Skype. We have an open chat group for anybody that wants to come on, and we'll be talking back and forth, answering questions and passing questions to Bob Slanz, who's coming in by phone, so he won't be able to see our chat, so we'll have to let him know about that. But this is kind of a new thing, so bear with us as we kind of ease into this thing and see if this is going to work out for us. It's just something new we want to try. But let's see what everybody thinks, and we'll play it by ear. But all right, Hamish. So what are you drinking besides espresso? Anything?
I'm having my espresso cappuccino with a hint of caramel.
Oh.
I'll open a bottle later on. Maybe. I think I'm in the mood today.
Yeah. And we got Manny with us this week. He was out for work-related issues last week, so we got him back. So, Manny, are you able to unmute yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ah, cool. So what you drinking, son?
I am drinking my Meyer Lemon Jome, which I'm bottling this week, and it's actually came out really, really nice. It tastes like a lemon Jolly Rancher. It's
wild,
fantastic. Yeah, really, really good. My favorite Jome, hands down, way above the orange. It's because the sourness of the Meyer lemons, with a hint of orange, kind of just balances out all the residual sugar that the Jome has, which made it a little bit too sweet for me all the time. So it's really nice.
Yeah,
I recommend
I find that too.
Yeah, I recommend everybody make their Jome with Meyer lemons if they can get them.
And for those
the
of
only,
you,
the only downside to the Joe with the Meyer lemon is I find it takes just an extra month or two before it's quite at the same point that it would be if it was just made with oranges. But the flavor difference is well worth the wait.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah, and it does take a little bit longer. Yeah, maybe 4 to 6 weeks longer. Yep, you're right.
Now, are you guys using the whole lemon as per the recipe, or are you just using juice and zest?
Whole lemon.
Oh, really? Even the pith?
Yeah, as per the recipe, same here.
How much bitterness did you get from the pith in that?
None.
Really? Wow.
None.
I don't get any from oranges when
amount.
I do one. And for those of you out there who may have been hiding under a rock for the last 20 years in the mead industry, Jome stands for JAOM, Joe's Ancient Orange Mead. And if you don't know what that is, and I'm sure most of you do, but if you don't, go to gotmead.com, go to the forum, so gotmead.com/forum, and then just put in the search box, Joe's Ancient Orange Mead, and you'll get about a gazillion hits. So it's...
Yeah.
Including one really, really, really long thread with something like 2,000 or 3,000 hits.
Oh my God!
Go to the very first page of that one, or the very last. I can't remember how
it's the first page. It's at the beginning.
Go to the very first post, and that should have the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's also, I believe, favorite. I think I've got that stickied in the newbies forum as well.
Yeah, that's a great gateway mead.
Yeah, there are those who would argue that, but it's it's what it is.
It's a great beginner's mead. I think a gateway mead is more applicable to bringing people over from other forms, like a braggot or a piment is a really great gateway mead to move from the other forms.
I mean, even though there are those who suggest that it can create bad habits, and I disagree because I made Jones and I have managed to let go of quite a few of my bad habits, but I think that one of the neat things is that it is practically, if you follow the recipe, it's practically guaranteed to work, which means you get your first mead's a good one instead of your first mead going, what the hell did I do? Which is, I've seen a lot of that going on lately, and it's disappointing for those people because they're like, well, honestly, it sucks. It didn't work,
It's an indicator. Can you follow a recipe?
Well, that too, yeah. Because it says in there so many times, just don't question. Just do this. No, what part did I tell you not to do? Don't do that.
Don't touch that.
Don't touch that.
Don't you look. Yeah.
Okay.
I like how at the end it says, if you can, in fact, he says at the end, if you can't do this, then maybe mead making isn't for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get Bob in here now and see what's going on with him. Now, he's the one that I think he lives in one of the 5 boroughs in New York City, so he may be, I know we talked about urban beekeeping. This may be the person that can help us with that, because I know a lot of people have been interested in that. So let's bring him in and get things going. It's nice that it doesn't ring in my ear anymore. Because remember how it used to ring and it was so annoying? I don't know if we're getting him now. It just keeps trying to go. Go catch him up on Facebook. Hello? Hi, Bob.
Yes.
Hi, welcome to Mead Live. This is Vicky.
Hi, Vicky. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
I've got AJ, Hamish, and Manny with me, my co-hosts on the show.
Get it, Bob.
Hello.
Hi.
So, we've been talking a lot about beekeeping over the last month, and you got suggested to me by 3 or 4 different people, so, I really wanted to get you on here. But one of the things that I was wanting to hear more about, first I'd like to get your story, but after that, we're all kind of interested in your thoughts and input on the concept of urban or suburban beekeeping, because you live in and around a big city area. But before we get to that, let's learn a little bit more about you. I mean, we got your story, but the rest of the world hasn't necessarily heard it yet. So, tell us a little bit about how you got into, beekeeping.
About 8 years ago, the guy who lived across the street from me, he had 2 sons. One was about 2 years older, and one was about 2 years younger than me. So my brother's 18 months younger than me. So we were all friends. And my father and the gentleman across the street were great friends, too. When my father passed away about 15 years ago, I still remain friends with the family, and they still live across the street from my mother's house. But he started keeping bees. And on his first year, he said, you want to try. You want to come down and look and see what it's like. And, the first time you go down there, it could be a little bit intimidating. So he had a spot on an industrial complex on a roof about 30 feet in the air.
Wow.
So I went down there, we parked, climbed up this ladder, and went on top of this roof that was in Yonkers, New York. And it was in a place we called the Old Carpet Factory. And we went up there, and he had, beehive, and, I went in and looked. And, so, this ain't bad. I can do this. You know what I mean? And watching him, and, he made it look real easy. I was still nervous. The first time you're nervous, you keep your hands in your pockets. And, you think you're going to get bit. But it really wasn't that bad. So a couple weeks later, I went again, and I went again. And I said, well, maybe next year I'll try for myself. So the next year, he calls me up one day, and he goes, I got 2 bees in a box in the back of my car. I went there, and he had a cardboard box. It was a swarm out of a hive, and he caught the swarm out of the tree, so he gave me a swarm that was probably about the size of a soccer ball in a box. I had bought the hive that year, and that was my first hive. And I got through that winter, and I pulled about 60 pounds off that. That was in Yonkers, New York.
Wow.
It was Yonkers. Yonkers is a city with about 275,000 people. I had the bees on my garage roof. I had a flat roof on my garage, and I used to jump off the porch onto the garage roof to go tend my bees. They were probably about 15 feet, 20 feet from my front door. And on a quiet night, you can actually hear the buzz in the summertime of a large hive from my front door. And the next year, I had 2 hives, and after that, I had 4 hives. And from my first year, that's when I really got into mead making. Was I met somebody who said they made mead, but I really didn't listen. And there was a guy I worked with whose family used to make cider every year, and he told me he used to put honey in the cider. And now I had this fresh bucket of honey. I said, "Wow, I can do that." And I made cider. So after I made the cider, it was done. I bottled it. And I looked it up online. I went to the Westchester Home Brewers, and I